Good morning dear students, welcome once again. So in our last class we have discussed what is the role or what is the function of the parliament, right? To select the national government, law making, right? And apart from that, to inform, guide and control the government, right? These are some of the roles and functions of a parliament, right? So now proceeding on with the question answers. Here is a question, only one question is there in the textbook. Why do you think our national movement supported the idea that all adults have right to vote? Why the national movement has supported the idea of right to vote? Okay, this is the question. The right to vote is known as universal adult franchise. So in another words, you can also say why the national movement supported universal adult franchise, right? Yes. So I have already discussed, I have already given you the hint in my notes only, in my previous class only. Under the British rule, under the colonial rule, when India was not independent and when they were under the British rule, people had lived in fear of the British government. Clear? So, under the British rule, people have lived in fear of British government and they did not agree with many of the decisions that they took. Because British government, Britishers take the decision on their own without making the common citizen to participate in that or to give an idea about that. People were not agreed with the decisions. People were unhappy in the society because of those decisions. Okay? Yes. So based on the experience of the colonial rule, taking that experience into consideration and the participation of different people in struggle for freedom, it was understood that all persons in independent India would be able to participate in making decision. Based on those experience only, all the people as well as the people of the national movement, our freedom fighter, understood the fact that if we are not going to indulge the common citizen, we are not going to take the common people, or if we are not going to make the common people to participate in decision making processes, they will be unhappy. That's why they consider the fact that whenever some serious issues are there, the decision should be made but by the opinion of common people. But it was not possible to make all the common people sit at one place and I'll ask each and every one, because there is a large population of our country. So the better way is all the people of the country will choose their leader, choose their elected representative. Those elected representatives will represent us in the parliament, right? Yes. So that was a better idea. Because of that, so that in decision making process, all the people should participate. They have laid down the principle of universal adult franchise, which means all the person, all the people 18 and So this is the key topic of this chapter, universal adult franchise, one of the key factor. Okay. So based on the experience, because under British rule people were not happy, they were not agreed with the decision that the Britisher took. That's why based on that experience of colonial rule and the participation of different people in struggle for freedom, it was understood, it was known that all person in independent India would be able to participate in making decision. These ideas were included in Constitution that laid down the principle of universal adult franchise. Hence, the nationalist movement supported the idea of universal adult franchise so that people can form the government and take part in decision making processes. So two things were there. If this rule of universal adult franchise will be followed, then people will become a part in decision making processes. Moreover, people can form the government. And if something is done by taking the opinion of all the people, obviously people will be happier. People will be happy in their society that their decisions were taken. Right? So that's why the national movement have supported the idea of right to vote or the idea of universal adult franchise. Okay, clear? This was a common thing because of which this idea of national movement, this idea of universal adult franchise has been taken into consideration. Okay, clear? Only answer is long, but it is very simple. When you read it with your heart for 2 to 3 times, it will be grasped into your heart, because the idea was, because under British rule, under colonial rule, people of India were not satisfied, they were not agreed, they were not happy with many of the decisions that Britisher took. Why they were unhappy? Because Britisher used to take their decision on their own. They can't consider common people in decision making processes. So based on that experience only, the Constitution had laid down the principle of universal adult franchise. Okay, so that the common people can form the government and take part in decision making processes. Okay, yes, so this was the idea behind the universal adult franchise. Clear? Now moving on to the next, only one question is there, so let's discuss some of the internal question. Let's discuss some of the additional questions. What is the purpose of the parliament? Now the role and function we have learned, but what is the purpose of the parliament? Purpose of parliament is it can provide a platform where different people can come, where member of parliament can come and discuss over certain issue, or the work of the government can be discussed, so that we can also become aware whether the government is doing the right thing or not. Okay? Yes, so this is the main purpose of the parliament. The parliament enables the citizens. The parliament allows the citizens of India to participate in decision making and controlling government. This is the purpose of the parliament. What is the purpose of the parliament? It allows the citizen of India to participate in decision making and controlling government. Okay? Yes. So this is the purpose of the parliament. Very simple. Controlling the government and decision making. The citizen should participate in controlling the government and decision making. That is the basic, the root purpose of the parliament. Okay. Now coming on to the next question. What was the main principle of Indian Constitution? The main principle, one of the main principle, one of the main rule, one of the main idea of Indian Constitution. Yes, it is universal adult franchise. It is one of the main principles of Indian Constitution. Universal adult franchise. All person 18 years and above can cast their vote, can give their vote and choose their elected representative. That is the meaning of universal adult franchise. Clear? Yes. So the main principle of Indian Constitution is universal adult franchise. Okay? Yes. Another question coming to your way. Who designed the Parliament House in India? You have to name the person who has designed the beautiful Parliament House of our country. Circular in shape somewhat, okay? Not very circular but somewhat oval in shape, right? Beautiful structure, beautiful architecture. So who designed the Parliament House, okay? In India it was Herbert Baker. Everyone should note it down. It was Herbert Baker who designed the Parliament House in India. Clear? Yes. So all the questions are very easy, right? You just note it down. You just make it a point that each and every answer you are going to learn it by heart. Okay? Yes. Now another question coming to your way. What is an EVM? You have to just define the EVM in full form. EVM stands for electronic voting machine. Earlier people used to cast their vote by putting a piece of paper inside the ballot box, but now EVM is used, in which the name of the representatives along with their symbols are there. You have to only press the button and give the vote, right? Isn't it? Yes. So it is electronic voting machine which is used for casting the vote. It is a digital based casting voting machine, electronic voting machine, EVM, electronic voting machine is EVM. Okay? Yes. Now another question coming to your way. What is a constituency? If I am going to ask you, define constituency. You have to define constituency. What is a constituency? Constituency means different area, different region from where people choose their representative, right? MLA, member of Legislative Assembly, different areas are there, different constituencies are there. That means a state or a country is divided into several areas called constituency. Okay? Yes. So the state or country divided into many areas, each area is called constituency. Clear? Yes. So either if we are going to talk of state or a country, it is divided into many areas, and these areas, each area is called constituency. Okay? Clear? Different area, different regions of a state or a country is called constituency. Okay? next question coming to your way. Mention two types of houses in the parliament. You have to just give the names of two houses of the parliament. Yes, everybody knows the answer of this question. Two houses of the parliament, upper house and lower house. Upper house is called Rajya Sabha and the lower house is called Lok Sabha. Right? So the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha, these are the two houses in the parliament. These are two types of houses in the parliament. So parliament consists of president, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. You might have remembered. And the two houses in the parliament are Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. Okay? Clear? Yes. Now another question coming to your way. What are the three major duties of the parliament? Three major duties, three major roles, three major functions. Okay, anything you can say, question is same. So the three major duties, yes, everybody understood, everybody knows. Yes, to select the national government first, law making second, and to control, guide the government. Okay, to control, guide and inform the government is the third function or the third major duty. So you have to be very careful and you have to learn this thing from the heart only. What are the three major duties of the parliament? Number one, to select the national government. Okay, to select the central government. Number two is law making. Okay, and number three is to control, guide and inform the government. It controls the government, it guides the government, it informs the government. Okay, so these are the three major duties of the parliament. Right? Yes. Now, because I have already discussed all these things, let's have a quick recap of the things whatever we have read. Right? Yes. Now, to control, guide and inform the government. What does this mean? To control, guide and inform. That means when parliament was in session, the session starts with a question hour. Question hour means with the zero session. Zero session means several questions were put on by the opposition party. Why the government has taken such decision over this issue? Why it has not done the things like that? Why the government has took such a harsh decision or took such a close decision or something like that? Okay, so several questions were being asked during this question hour. Okay, regarding or in consideration with the working of the government. Through this system only, MPs, members of parliaments bring out the information about working of whom? Working of government. Moreover, the opposition party highlights drawbacks in policies. So the opposition party is always looking for a loophole or the fault in the government, and they always try to mobilize popular support. They always try to mobilize people towards themselves. They always want to gather or make the people getting towards their side or getting in favor of them. Okay? Yes. Okay, to control, guide and inform the government. This was also a function. The House of the Parliament, Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. What happens in Rajya Sabha? It initiates the legislation. Bill is required to pass through it in order to become a law. So bill is first passed from Rajya Sabha. When it gets the majority over there, then it passed on to Lok Sabha, lower house or powerful house. When it passed in Lok Sabha also, then that bill becomes the law. Moreover, 233 elected members plus 12 nominated members are there in Rajya Sabha, makes up a total of 245 members, right? Yes, if I am going to talk about the Lok Sabha now, the political party need to form the ruling party by proving their majority. Majority means more than half the number of population, more than half the number of elected members. Okay, so 543 is the elected members. Moreover, 2 are nominated. Nominated means directly came from president. Okay, so out of this membership 543, more than half means at least 272 members or more are required to make a bill, to make a law and to form a government. Okay, yes. Now if any single party can't get the clear majority, then different political parties join together to form the government, and that government is coalition government, right? Yes, grouping together of several parties, right? Yes. Who is the head of the ruling party? It is the Prime Minister. Parliament consists of President, Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. These are quick recaps I have already discussed, right? Yes, so Lok Sabha is usually elected once every 5 years. What is the term of Lok Sabha? 5 years. Then another party comes over, election takes place, right? Yes. Role of the parliament. Okay. The country is divided into numerous constituencies. Each of these constituencies elect one person. That elected person then becomes the member of the parliament or MPs, right? Yes. So these are some of the quick recaps. Why should people decide? We have discussed this in question answer also, as well as in question answers, as well as over here also, right? Yes. What kind of government we have? We have democratic form of government. What is democratic form of government? A form of government made by the people, for the people and of the people, right? Yes. So these are the things which we have discussed. Important terms also we have discussed, right? What is the meaning of unresolved? Those situations in which there are no easy solutions to problems, right? So difficult to solve certain issues, those are called unresolved, right? So these are the things which we have discussed in this chapter, right? Now it's the time to note down your homework. Okay, note down your homework quickly. The homeworks are as follows. Yes, it is your homework. What are the two houses of the parliament? Your first question is, what are the two houses of the parliament? Another question, what is the purpose of the parliament? Purpose or the what is the purpose of the parliament? I have discussed. It doesn't mean the main function or the role. No. purpose you have to give. What is the purpose of the parliament? And you have to learn all the question answers of this chapter. So these are the some of the homeworks which you need to do. Next time I am going to come up with another chapter, another topic. Okay, so till we are going to meet. Bye. Have a nice day. Have a wonderful day.